Hi there, everyone, and welcome back to the TerrorVision Home Video Podcast, live to kick off the 13 weeks of Halloween. Ryan, Brad, Chloe, thanks for doing this. I think we got a lot of people excited. How's everything been, Ryan?
Things are so good, Ryan. Things are really good.
You're in Chicago today, correct?
I'm in the Gacy compound. Yeah,
We don't always know with you. You tend to be a globetrotter, and Chicago's been doing pretty well this summer, huh?
yeah, yeah. It's well, typically it's colder than Savannah in the summer, but not today. It's fucking hot as shit.
Yay, climate change.
Yeah.
Let's get into some of this because we got a lot to cover today. Some shipping updates. Why don't we talk about those because people have been asking some questions.
Yeah. So, um, Children of Violent Rome, good. Shipping out. People should be receiving it if you, or that actually, you should, quite frankly, should have it by now. I think that was last week. Devil's Sword, which you may or may not be aware of, had an issue with the disc, and we've, I say, within the past 7 days, gotten the replacement discs, and those have been shipping out. So when your copy arrives, take off the slipcover, and there will be this handy dandy little bonus disc underneath the slip. Your other disc might work, to be quite honest, so you might end up with 2 functioning Blu-rays, but we're not fucking around. So we're just shipping out to everyone, not waiting for you to tell us that something isn't working. And actually, on that same topic, Suddenly in the Dark, which is sort of our doomed release, probably in the 10-year history of TerrorVision, the most problematic release I can think of. We shipped out all the club copies, say last week. I'm getting timelines all fucked up, but I think it was last week. And then at
No
the end,
swearing. There's children.
I don't think there's any children. At the end of last week, we started to get just a couple complaints that, not that it wasn't the Blu-ray, the UHD seems fine, but the Blu-ray was not working in certain players. But those people had PlayStations, and it was a whole lot of discussion. So we sent a grip back to the manufacturer, and he, in fact, tested and said something about how the lacquering process on the Blu-ray was either not completed or done badly, whatever. So same as I just said about Devil's Sword, we're just replacing everyone, which are just strictly the clubbers who have gotten it so far. No need to write in whether it works or not. It doesn't matter. We're just going to send you another Blu-ray disc. But I will say they look really fucking good.
I cannot wait to see this 4K disc.
For folks that have received it, I'm sure they can attest to how everything looks awesome. And we will get you a replacement disc. They should arrive on Tuesday. There's a poster. But yeah, the replacements, I'm told, arrive Tuesday. So actually, basically what we'll be doing is just continuing the pre-order shipping, right? We'll just toss in, exactly like I showed you with Devil's Sword, a replacement disc with your sealed copy of Suddenly in the Dark, because it doesn't make sense to unseal, replace the disc, seal it back up. That makes no sense. So everyone will get a replacement disc whether or not there's an issue with your specific copy. So if you end up with a bonus disc, just give it to a buddy. Why not?
One thing that we should probably point out about Suddenly in the Dark is if you're in the TerrorVision Discord, there's some clubbers who have got this already and watched it. There are multiple people that are saying, like, this is the best looking TerrorVision disc so far. This is my favorite release from TerrorVision so far. So if you are not into Suddenly in the Dark yet, you got to find a way to get this release. This movie is incredible and has some really, really beautiful visuals. So please check it out.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, we should have, by say Friday of next week, 100% of folks that certainly pre-ordered that back in 2022. I don't know what, it seems like 100 years ago, but whenever they bought it, they'll receive it with that replacement disc, and that will make us whole on what is in hand, kind of, although we're waiting on the replacement disc. The other thing that just landed today, and we'll get to the other Blu-rays that are not yet shipping in a moment. This came, well, actually yesterday. So Immaculate is in hand and shipping immediately, which I think that was maybe April or so when we announced it. Personally wish there wasn't a whole Sydney Sweeney issue when we finally had him in hand, but hey, welcome to my world. Everything's always fucked up.
No, I think it's right on time. Right on time.
And this is the
all vinyl presses are good presses. Is that the statement?
that's the club variant in hand and shipping now. And then it's just blood red on the retail variant. So apologize for the delay, but what can you do? This was the second to last project that we're not pressing in-house, hence it taking forever.
Well, speaking of things going perfectly and pressing in-house, how's that vinyl plant going, Ryan?
It's good, actually. This is the fifth full week. Yeah, fifth full week of me owning a vinyl pressing plant. And it's been 4 weeks of just pain and misery. We pressed 2 Gray Face titles, Chalk Talk and Night School, and those went fine. And then just a bunch of issues that I'm not going to bore people with. But let's just say I didn't budget for these issues, and it's been tricky. But this week is awesome because we did tests. We ran tests on 6 new TerraVision records, which is awesome. So all those tests sound good and are approved, so we can get to pressing those next week. Yeah, so it's fine. It's just, getting into manufacturing is a very different world than just releasing stuff. So
on shipping some other items that are not late in any way, how about some Invader, Sledgehammer, and Arbor Day news?
Yeah, so Arbor Day, we just got a message from the plant that's done. That was wrapped on Wednesday, so that will probably be to us next week. Hopefully, we'll see. Invader and Sledgehammer, all this good stuff, the heavy rigid boxes, that all landed finally last week, which is honestly the most time consuming part because it takes, that stuff's all built in China. So on top of it being wildly expensive, it just takes forever. So I think it's usually 5-6 weeks minimally till we get them in hand, even though they usually say it's going to be 2 to 4 weeks, and it never is. So those did land, and the discs are being made right now. So we should have Invader, Sledge, and Arbor Day probably not next week, but the following week, and we'll just group all those together to clubbers and get them out. So in theory, if everything kind of works out as it looks like it will, clubbers will basically receive not back-to-back packages, but
it's a busy month.
Yeah. And then that leaves the only thing that I don't have any answers on is, and hopefully our bud Brad can chime in, is Gator Bait. That the physical boxes, I'm pretty sure, are done and either on their way to California, or they're wrapped and already arrived. I can't remember which, but it's kind of a moot point because we don't have the disc ready. So
right.
Bradley,
Gator Bait, what is happening?
Hello. Sorry, we're decided because it's Florida, have a horrific thunderstorm right now. So dogs are running around in the background, so apologies. It's Florida, it's like 5 o'clock. I suppose I have a like tornado weather. Yeah, so gator bait, it's kind of coming along. We've stated that the last reel on gator bait is missing. Unfortunately, we have the original camera negative for gator bait was tossed away years ago from a Florida lab, but the IP and the IN exist for gator bait too, which we have both of those. Just weird coincidence. We're not exactly sure. I've never run into it with all the years I've been doing this, is that the last reel for gator bait 2 is missing. So we've done some research and we announced that we're releasing it, and we did have some bits of people that did say they had a print of gator bait 2. We found 3 total, one in Australia, one in Sweden, and I think one in the United States. All 3 of those are missing the last reel as well. It's I can't even begin to explain it, of why it's all missing. Prints kind of make sense sometimes because they would ship maybe like a reel or 2 back to the distributor to destroy, so that way you couldn't, sell it or screen it again, but they saved on shipping when they wanted their reels back. That's not a situation here, because why is the IP and the IN missing? So yeah, we're really just kind of perplexed, even people that I've worked with for years.
Go on.
Let's just leave him like
People
this.
for years, what?
Hinging on every single word, because that was perfect.
I like that face though. That's nice.
Probably a good time to full screen.
Well,
Maybe not.
Now he's back.
Okay. Good.
I'm back. Where did it
Welcome
end?
back. Something about from years, people you've known for years.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, thunderstorm. Like I said. So, yeah, just even people I've known for years and worked with within the industry with prints and everything. I've just never encountered this type of thing before. So, it just sucks. But anyways, we're using the Laserdisc for the final bit, which we have already done. But we did delay finishing the project because when we did announce the film, we had people reach out to us about prints. So we're like, okay, well, let's not finalize anything. So it took a while for these prints to get over here, and we have to scan them, which costs time and money. And because nothing's ever fucking labeled correctly for some weird reason as well. Yeah. And after our lab, Jamie at Gotham has done an incredible job trying to locate this stuff. We're still empty-handed. So again, now we're moving forward with the original plan when we first announced the film. But if anybody knows of the final reel of Gator Bait 2, just someone holding on to like 5, 6, the IP, the IN, all the prints, that'd be really cool if they could just give us one.
We're going to find some utility closet in like Kenya that has all of the final reels for all of the prints in the world.
We're going to find out after we release it in people's hands.
That's
when we'll get it, because that's usually how this works.
Well, tonight, obviously, it being the first Friday that we've been hyping up for this, Brad, it is the 13 weeks of Halloween. Share with the people what that means this time.
Yeah, so 13 weeks of Halloween is an idea. So really, he should be. But I'll let him take over. But we want to have fun for 13 weeks. Ryan thinks Halloween's too short because we only get a month. So why not do it for our unlucky 13 number? And I went ahead along with it. Even though it is kind of a really ridiculous and silly decision to do, to have 13 weeks of just announcements and fun. But we've been prepping for this for a while, essentially working on these movies for a couple years to getting it to this point. Yeah, it's been rough, but it's cool to have Ryan and John and Chloe and Earl.
All right, let's switch to Ryan for a moment then. 13 weeks is exciting. What can people expect over the next 13 weeks? There's been a lot of speculation on if this is going to be a couple video releases and the rest cassettes and vinyl, and if this is all going to be horror. So what can we hope for in the next 13 weeks?
Yeah, it's definitely all horror, but I don't think we have many, weirdly, LPs and tapes scheduled. Maybe at most 4 or 5. But yeah, it's mostly films, horror films, and a couple weird things, but stuff that Brad and I are super stoked on. So, I mean, will people care? I don't know, but I'm happy to the people that are watching right now, certainly, that seem excited, which is badass. Yeah, I mean, the idea truly stemmed from a couple years ago when we were trying to crowbar something into like a Halloween campaign, and it was like late September, and it felt strange. So I just told Brad, like, next year, let's just make Halloween be several months long, because weirdly, as a releasing company, October is actually kind of bad, because everyone wants to put their horror content out at the exact same time. So the market, not really, this is more vinyl, to be honest, than Blu-ray, but the market becomes very oversaturated, and if you spend a lot of time and money on something and people are like kind of burnt out hearing about announcements, it just takes away from the actual fun of revealing stuff. So that's the behind the scenes reason why I hatched the stupid idea.
It's a fun idea, not
I mean, that's the word.
I never said it was stupid. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot of prep.
It's truly way too much work, and so much work that, unless I read our XLS incorrectly, Brad, aren't we already working on 2026, 13 weeks?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we got a couple things planned for 13 weeks already. It just kind of falls into place, things that are like wrapping up in some different capacity.
So that's how long. That's how. I will say, I was talking to Sean Wheeler, who does vinyl acquisitions and whatnot for us, and probably should be here, quite frankly. He'll be on the next live stream, but I don't think people realize how long these, even records, these things take so many years. Ignore the tens of thousands of dollars they cost to make. The amount of time that some of these projects, I mean, Brad and I started working together. What are we now? 3 or 4 years in? 4 years, I think.
It's got to be more than 3.
We started working together in 2020 in capacity, and did our first launch in 2021 of October with WNUF.
All right, so 5 years.
Yeah.
And there are titles that we haven't released yet.
5 wonderful years.
5 amazingly blissful years. But there are things that are not out yet, is all I'm trying to say, from when Brad and I first started working together.
I mean, these 2 announcements for movies tonight, we've been working on for several years.
Literally.
Yeah, we acquired, this is like the 2 films that we acquired in the beginning, like our first year as solo for TerrorVision.
All right, should we get into it?
Well, first, to get people excited about these announcements, reminder about some of the subscription changes, because that might change some of your choices for tonight. Brad, you want to highlight some of these subscription changes?
Yeah, so first, I mean, we do have the 10, 20, 30, and 50 that's on the site now. Those tiers are available right this instant, but they're only going to be available until like tomorrow or tonight at midnight, somewhere around there. Whenever we decide, it'll be at midnight, after midnight, more than likely. But we're going to take those tiers down. But you can sign up for them now. And if you sign up for those tiers now, those tiers will be available to you after we do the change up with the tier system, which will be now 15, 30, and 50. and those will be the only 3 tiers. If you sign up after today, will be available to you. But if you sign up now or you're a previous subscriber, you can have those old tiers for those old prices. Because also with the new tiers for the 30 and 50, they're increased a little bit. It's not a huge increase. And then you have the 15, which is a new tier with a new amount. So if you want to keep that subscription that you sign up for with it's like the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, you can have those tiers and those prices until something happens. Can't say forever, but for as long as we can honor them, they will be granted to you, even with the price and tier change, if you don't let it lapse. If you let it lapse, then that tier and all of that will disappear for you, and then you'll have to choose from the 15, 30, or 50. Don't worry, we're not going to be dicks about it. We'll have a grace period and stuff like that, which we'll address when that time comes. But yeah, we're not going to be like, the first day or the announcement happens and that's your last title and your sub and then you're fucked. No, it's not. We're not doing that. Forgot there's children watching. I didn't mean to say the F word. So that said, all of that, sign up for those tiers, get those prices because you can get titles for as low as $20, and that includes the UHD deluxe sets with the rigid box like Rumple, Radioactive, Frogman, WNUF2, and then recently the Shoestring Slasher set. That was $20 for people, and we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of subscribers. They can vouch that we're not sending some weird case or some paper fucking slip cover, anything cheap. It's good quality. You get exactly what people buy outright for the full price. You can get for $20. It's a stupidly good deal to where it could put us out of business if we have everybody sub for that tonight.
Well, that actually is weirdly, he's not. As the financial guy, he's not wrong.
But that said, it's some good prices. It saves you a little bit of money if you can afford it. It supports us in a big way, and and you get access to the clubhouse, which has different items and merch that's not available on the website. You get free shipping if you're in the United States. But if you're even outside of the United States, Elena can work with you to batch up your items, and then so that way it saves you money. She can batch, 2 or 3 announcements up and then bill you for. But your first package is free. So if you want to sign up and wait until 10 weeks in this 13 weeks of Halloween, you can just save it all, or just have the 13 weeks all shipped to you when it all comes in if you're overseas, and that first package will be free. I'm trying to put us out of business here, Ryan. I am so sorry. But no, it's a stupidly good deal, and we want to take care of our subscribers, and that's the whole point of this is if you give us money, you get a special treat.
It's mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever hype it enough, so I really want to give an extra special moment for the Clubhouse. Not only do you get cheaper items for the video line from TerraVision if you sign up under that, you can also get access to all of the vinyl that TerraVision does at wholesale prices, all of the cassettes, all of the merch, secret merch that Ryan just randomly says, you know what, let's give something to people that have access to the Clubhouse, and you're the only ones that can get access to it for the time being. And it's pretty rad stuff.
Thank you.
Happily. Go into our first trailer then, Brad.
Internet's screwing up. I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't hear what you said either.
Should we go to our first trailer reveal for the night then?
Yeah. Then we'll talk about it. Ryan's gonna play a tune while we watch it.
Here we go.
How can a script kill somebody?
There are scenes appearing where blank pages were before.
It's a pretty wild story.
Some silly shit.
The shit is starting to glow.
Think
about it, man. I mean, you're sitting there with no head. You can't see shit. There's blood all over the place. Think about it. What the fuck is going on?
Sick.
What the hell are we doing here? I'm getting the fuck out of here. See that shit? I mean, he was fucked up. Come on, you son of a bitch.
There's just no way I want to die.
You ready?
The question is, are you?
What I like about these movies is so realistic.
Oops. Great trailer by John Daly, by the way.
Thank you.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Well,
Seriously, there you go. There you go.
Tell us about Death by Dialogue.
Yeah, so Death by Dialogue is a supernatural slasher film with like a gargoyle-esque demon killing people on a set that they're trying to make a movie. But yeah, it's a City Lights title. This is our fourth, I think, City Lights title, and I think it's the last like strict horror in the City Lights catalog. But this one was a little bit different because they actually had a little bit of money in the sense of hiring some actors and a little bit of notable people. So you see Ken Sagos, that was in Nightmare 3 and 4 in the film. This is right after he did Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And then also a familiar face is Laura Albert. If you're a stunt person, you or like stunts, she's one of the top stunt women at the time in the world. Still works actively. She was most notable as the lead character in Blood Games. But she is in this. This is where she started doing, of course, some of her stunts. But yeah, this is like a stunt-driven slasher horror film. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in this movie. But yeah, part of the City Lights catalog with Richard Munchkin, Joseph Mary, Todd Gilchrist, Richard Pepin all produced these, under their City Lights umbrella. Hey, would you stop barking and growling? These pups. These pups. So yeah, we did a restoration from the 1-inch Beta SP Master. They cannot hold the bone in their mouth. That is what continues to drop in the background. So if you hear that, that is them unable to hold their bone. So yeah, it's from the Broadcast Master restoration on the tape. I think it looks great. These were shot on 16 millimeter, like every City Lights movie, and not shot on video. These were edited on video, and then the negatives were thrown away quickly after it was shot. So this is the best it's going to look. It's got some cool special features with interviews with Ken Sagos, Laura Albert, which I mentioned, interview with John Gonzalez, who's the composer. This song has a unforgettable song in it that John used in the original trailer, but I think it's a little too goofy, so he changed the music to a more rad metal track, which I like. And then an interview with Dana Drew Evson, who is also a stunt woman, who basically got her job, in stunts with knowing this director, and then starting doing her stunts in this movie. So I think she rides the motorcycle, right, John? She's on a motorcycle, and she's also somewhere else. You edited her interview.
She gets to drive through the flames on a motorcycle. She gets to do a bunch of crazy stuff. She was like a BMX biker herself. Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, so got a few interviews on it. It's a rad movie, supernatural slasher. It's a lot of fun, and it's made by stunt guys. 4 stunt guys. It's one of those situations. I think Mark Grinter, he's the gargoyle-esque slasher thing that kills people. He is really that tall. He's also Razor in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And a lot of these guys from this movie, the stunt guys actually worked on the Teenage Mutant Turtle sequel, which is pretty rad. But yeah, Tom DeWeer, the director, also was a big stuntman. He sadly passed away a couple years ago. Yeah, I love this one because I love the City Lights stunt stuff like they do in like Dance or Die, obviously what they went to do in PM Entertainment. So you're kind of seeing like the start of all that craziness with these types of movies.
Yeah, this is a fun one. This is up on the site now. You can go add that to cart and everything, but you might want to wait because we got a couple other things to throw in the cart with it. Ryan, you ready to talk? Go ahead.
I was going to mention on that note that the combined orders over the course of the 13 weeks were putting up that coupon code. It's like I'm 1,000 years old. I can't remember how to speak. The discount so that you can buy
Discount.
stuff.
There you go.
Thank you, Brad. So that you can just randomly buy stuff and not get charged shipping beyond, paying shipping one time, which is, let's look, what is it these days? It's literally just combine, all caps. So you can buy throughout the next 13 weeks if you want, or not.
Did you raise your chair or point your camera up?
I'm actually sitting on top of somebody. They adjusted.
Nice. I would love to be that one day.
Well, you have been that, and you will be that again.
On that note,
Yeah.
how about what is next on the music side there, Ryan?
But oh yes. Oh wait, we're moving on to the next product. Is that what you're saying?
We are.
Okay.
Unless you had anything else to say about Death by Dialogue.
I mean, I fucking love City Lights catalog, and I have I guess I didn't realize with City Lights that there was any sort of fanship, because I remember when we announced that we acquired City Lights, that post got like no likes whatsoever. Like no one, because I think didn't we have Michael Keane animate the City Lights title or something?
Yeah. So City Lights was, they didn't have any money. They did everything on the cheap. Basically produced all these movies for like $300,000 and then sold them. They literally they didn't even have a logo really, aside from on the side of the VHS, and that's it. But in the movie, if you start the movie, you won't see. You'll just see whatever text to match the text that's in the movie. They don't have a logo or anything. So I had Michael Keane. I was like, this is what I picture it would be like, and he fucking nailed it. It's in the beginning of the trailers for these. He nailed what it would have looked like. But yeah, it's kind of cool because you're right. We thought this was a big deal, which I still think it is, but no one really reacted to it until we announced Hollow Gate.
Right.
And then people took notice.
I was gonna say, didn't the logo, didn't the Mandela effect just kick in right around then? And people were like, I remember that.
Yeah. We had a few people say, that brings back memories. And I was like, not really.
It's cool as shit.
It is. It's great.
Authentic. He nailed making it look like it was from the 80s. So I guess that's the trick. It creates the Mandela effect because it's so good.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you believe it?
I was so disappointed because A, the catalog cost a lot of money, and B, I was so passionate about the catalog. And then we posted that. This was like 3 or 4 years ago, and then nothing. I mean, a couple people, but it was very silent. And I was like, oh my God, we have so many films to release and no one cares. And to everyone's credit, they've been buying the shit out of all of our City Lights stuff. So it's been amazing. It's just, it was very scary at the beginning. That's all I'm going to say. But it's panned out.
Yes.
And we're, basically the next batch of films are their kind of nitty gritty, $5 neo-noir, sleazy,
a lot of fun.
sweaty. like noir films. They're great. I actually like them more than the horror titles.
I agree.
But yeah, they're going to be a lot of fun to put out and people to see again.
All right, so next up is a record that we actually have in hand, so it's not a pre-order, which is just amazing. So, Cheerleader Camp. Brad, talk about it while I make this live.
Cheerleader Camp is a favorite in the television household. It's been a favorite of mine since I was a kid. I still have my Anchor Bay DVD. But yeah, cool score. It has the cheers and stuff, and I mean, I think everybody knows this movie. But yeah, the score is now available on LP in 2 different variants. If you're a club, you get the neon pom pom. If you're just retail, it's called Russell Red. Came up with that today because I like Betsy Russell. She's very nice. And then you have the cassette, which is popular. There's a glitter variant, and then a red, another Russell Red. But yeah, fun little variant too, because Ryan sent that to me after it was done, and I was like, it looks like pom poms, and he was like, that's the idea. I was like, success.
Yeah, so this is the Record Club variant.
Yeah,
it's honestly incredible looking, and female composer, well, with her husband, but she's a badass. She's actually, we sent her copies this week, and she's going to make a little video for us, but she wrote liner notes that are on the inner sleeve. It's just kick-ass synth score, basically, from the late 80s. Like, how can you go wrong? So that is now live. There is a cassette. There is a bundle with a cool shirt that Chloe made, a cool, how do you say that, Chloe? What is that? Chenille?
Yeah. It's that fuzzy patch. It's like what you'd see on a Letterman jacket. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what the patch is going to look like. And then the bumper sticker.
And the shirt. Yeah. So that's limited to 100 of that bundle. And for clubbers that want to add on anything, I'll get to that either tonight or tomorrow in the clubhouse. Probably tonight, actually, since it's so early. So you can expect that by tomorrow. Everything we're talking about today will be in that portal, say by midnight. So you're automatically, if you're a vinyl clubber, getting obviously this record. So if you wanted to add the T-shirt, bumper sticker, and Chenille, is that what you said?
Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know.
Is that Laverne and Shirley? Isn't that what they say at the beginning?
Maybe, I don't know.
Ryan, help me.
John's nodding his head. I think they say the same thing you did. Chenille.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not just saying stuff like I usually am.
So yeah, cassette available, vinyl by itself available, bundle available. Clubhouse will be able to select the items if you are a vinyl clubber.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, but super exciting. It's that was one that when I reached out to the composer, she said, "Oh, I don't have that." Talking about, do you have an archive? Do you have a DAT tape? Do you have anything? She's like, "No, I don't have that at all." And then she's amazing. She got back to me, say 6 months to a year later, and said that she found the DAT. And I mean, we've been working on this for probably 3 or 4 years together, but she's super happy with the results, and I certainly am. So happy to have it as a part of the it's what is it? TV 65. That's what this is. So.
On the note of how long it took to work on it, Ragnar is asking if you press this in the new plant. This was not pressed in the new plant, correct?
Correct. This is the final. The Immaculate was the second to last, and this is the last that are done elsewhere. So, yeah, everything. I don't think there's nothing else moving that's coming to my brain that would be done anywhere else. one Graveface release, but as far as TerraVision goes, no, everything is me from here on out. But actually, if you want, just so
weird voice.
yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. But thanks, bro.
It's the record goblin.
If you want to know
All
how
right,
long,
no, it's fine. If he does it, you got to do a record goblin from now on like that at least once every live stream.
If you want to know how long these things take, though, this is TV 65 and Immaculate's TV 94.
Oh, jeez.
If I recall, TV 94. So that just shows you how long I've had that in the system, working on it, which is basically 3 to 4 years, like I said. So it's kind of funny that in this record club package, you'll have a TV 65 and a TV 94. What?
You said it.
Brad, your microphone is shit. No.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
Like the laptop is
There we go.
outside in the storm.
It's because of the fucking storm.
And now it's perfect. Just hear you cuss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, let's try the next round. This one is on you, and you'll have to cue me up for what you want me to show because we got a few things to show.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll just announce this one, and then you can do the photos.
Okay.
All right. So let me try this. Let me move this.
You sound great right now.
All right. I think it's because I had something close to it. Good now? We good?
At the moment.
Thank God. All right. So yeah, this is our final announcement for tonight. Don't forget, we are having 13 weeks of this stuff. So every week we will have an announcement of a movie, record, cassette, something. So this isn't just the 1 week. This is just the first week that we're announcing things, just to clear the air so people know. Because I think they're either thinking we're announcing are all 13 weeks or this is it and we're just celebrating for 13 weeks or something. I don't know. I saw a lot of weird comments online. Ripley. Shh. So yeah, damn record goblin.
Yeah.
All right. It's absolute chaos with the dogs and the storm. I apologize. I didn't know this was going to happen tonight. So our next and final announcement, like I said, we are very, very happy to have this title. I'm very happy. This was a title that I, have loved since I was a little kid. I grew up with this, and it is an upgrade from a previous, Blu-ray that I think it's been released twice in the United States on Blu-ray, and once in the UK. However, that said, this negative hasn't been scanned in over 15 years. So the Blu-ray that you have is, I don't even think it's like a 2K scan. I think that's a 720p master upscaled to 1080p for Blu-ray. It doesn't look terrible, but it's not good either, especially after we scanned this and realized what the film was actually supposed to look like. It was a big difference. So yeah, Ryan, you want to say the title?
I love all that.
Well, I don't want to take all the credit. Oh, that's a good way. Yeah. So yeah, this is the UHD Blu-ray CD of Student Bodies from 1981. Ripley, oh my gosh. Very, very excited about this one. We did a scan of the... Is the dog coming across loud to you?
No, it's fine.
No.
Not too bad.
Oh, really? Okay. So this is the scan of the camera negative. We did, again, cleaning, new restoration on this. Also, we'll have Dolby Vision. Very excited about this release. It looks incredible. And we did a bunch of extra features on this one because the previous Blu-ray did not have anything. The 2 Blu-rays in the United States didn't have any extras, and then the one in the UK had like a commentary, but it was no one from the movie. So we were able to do a commentary with myself, and the two leads from the film, Kristen Ryder and Matthew Goldsby. And then we do have a ton of extras in this. We did interviews with Matthew Goldsby, Kristen Ryder. We did interviews with Sarah Eckhart, who is a senator in Austin, Texas. And she actually took the time to sit down with us at the Capitol building and do an interview at her office, which is really rad. She plays Patty in the film. And then, Cullen Chambers. We did an interview with Jennifer Rose, who is Mickey Rose's daughter. If you don't know, this was written by the comedic genius of Mickey Rose, who worked with Woody Allen for a few years. Then he also wrote The Tonight Show for many, many, many years, and directed by the iconic, well-known Michael Ritchie. Even though it does say uncredited, and it has Alan Smithy as a joke in the credits, it's very much a Michael Ritchie movie. They just did that because this was a non-union film. They shouldn't have been able to do this with the actors that they had, but it was a fun project they wanted to do on the side. But 100% confirmed that Michael, I almost said Alan Smithy, Michael Ritchie directed this film. If you know Fletch Lives, The Golden Child, Smile, which there's a little bit of, you can see a little bit of Smile in this film, just with the comedy and kind of parody aspect of things. And then beautiful art, original art from Ghoulish Gary for our cover here, which is actually a stock photo from the film, just changed quite a bit.
Perfectly said. Do you want to get into some of the Chloe-isms?
Yeah. Let Chloe do it.
All right.
Chloe.
Well, we made a lot of stuff, just bundle-wise. No, I really like this movie. It was like, I think it's one of my favorite things ever. So it was really fun to make all the bundle extras and goodies. But one thing, okay, so yeah, we can see some of the stuff now.
That's just a deluxe edition.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Whip out the bundle.
Whip out the bundle.
Whip it out.
Here you go. Yeah, there's just so many good like quotes in this movie. It's ridiculous. It's so fun.
Even bigger bundle.
What was that? The big bundle?
Oh yeah, here we go. Big bundle.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
All right, take the viewers through what the hell's happening, Chloe.
All right. So in addition to the actual discs and everything, from left to right, you'll see the Funerals Make Me Hot bumper sticker. That was a no-brainer. I recreated the Toby's no buttons seen throughout her shirt, the little creep crossword puzzle. It's small, but yeah, I don't know. There's just a bunch of little things that stood out in the movie, and that was one thing from the scene. Yeah, it's just that creep crossword made into an enamel pin. I did not make them, but our carpenter Steve is going to make the horsehead bookends. I believe you have the option of choosing the blood splatter or
one is bloodied and one isn't.
Perfect. Okay, that's what we did. Yeah, and then the Skin Body shirt and the tote bag, which is a design I made. It was basically a flash sheet that I started making, and I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. So it ended up looking good on a tote bag. But to get a closer look, I have some of the actual illustrations here. So the eggplant, the shoe, the chicken talking into the phone, of course. And then more. Yeah. Some good stuff. And those are all of those little pieces combined make the tote bag design.
We have somebody asking, I can own a real horsehead bookend. Not only can you can own 2 of them if you get the mega bundle, which is limited to only 100.
Yeah. And these are bookends that we wanted to be useful and be able to use, but also be funny. Because if we didn't make a horsehead bookend for
You'd
the
be doing it
bundle,
wrong.
we would have done this whole thing incorrect because it's such a big thing. But yeah, there's also oh, go ahead, John. Sorry.
Oh, I was just to say, on some random internet thread that I read a few months ago, after already knowing that the Horsehead bookends were going to exist and people were speculating who might release this in the future, there was a ton of comments being like, if somebody actually made Horsehead bookends, I'd go crazy. And I was like, just had to just sit here and just say, you just wait.
You just
It should be mentioned, the guy that's making those for us, Steve Davis. If you've been a TerraVision fan or watcher for a while, when I did the Gate pop-up book record, maybe say 6 years ago, he's the cat that made the insane, like, massive wooden box that came with the deluxe edition of that was like burnt and engraved, and he regretted doing it because there was so much labor involved in those fucking boxes. But maybe someone that's watching this knows what I'm talking about. But he's incredibly gifted, so that's who's making those for us.
Yeah, and we have a booklet in this Perfect Bound booklet with writing from Gene Hobson, who's the composer, which obviously you could see that we include the CD on this. And on this bigger bundle, the mega bundle, we're calling it, there's an LP from Forever Midnight with the soundtrack. The poster, the shirt, and then, people are asking about the chicken. If you've seen Student Bodies, there's a rubber chicken that appears in the movie for no reason. That is a simple
Little chicken.
That is a gag that Mickey wrote. If you ever watched a movie or even sometimes skits that he used to write on Johnny Carson, he tries to figure out a way to put a rubber chicken in the skit. And he just has it when the breather's on the phone. But yeah, really, really, I adore this movie quite a bit. And like Chloe said, it's very quotable, very funny. And yeah, it was one of those that really needed an upgrade. I think that our version looks very good. We even doing a commentary and interview with Kristen when we were watching the movie together. She thought she looked sick. And she was like, I'm so pale, but it's just because the brightness is so high on the original Blu-ray. And that's a time to come in to even state with restorations, and what people see is the previous DVD and the previous Blu-ray aren't always the correct thing. That could have been done incorrectly. I know that's what you're familiar with seeing, but sometimes that is not the real thing that is supposed to exist. So with this, we scanned the negative and it looked great. It actually gives people skin tones. Ryan, you have those stills that I sent you?
I don't. I couldn't get them ready to go on time. No,
I didn't think so. So yeah,
but they're on the site, right?
I thought Ryan was joking. Who's lying?
No, I am
joking?
not joking.
Okay.
Yeah, I could not get them downloaded from Google Drive fast enough.
I apologize. But yeah, the stills that you see online are our restoration, which I can share also in like the Discord and stuff, the side by sides of what we've done. But yeah, it was really fun connecting with the actors and stuff, because no one's ever been able to talk about this movie. No one's ever interviewed, really, mainly because they had to keep it when they were making it. They didn't do any publicity because it was a non-union movie and these were union people, so they couldn't really put their names on there. That's the reason why the people that are in the movie that have names that are popular, that were in things, they're not on really the credits or the cover, because they couldn't advertise it. That's the main thing for a non-union, is you really shouldn't advertise your actor who is union. So this was kind of filmed in secret. And I also think it's way before its time. And they're making fun of like cliches and things in the film that really didn't exist yet, or that were very focused on with films. Yeah, sure, a lot of slashers and a lot of horror films came out in 81, but they were coming out around the same time as this. It was cool to see kind of Mickey predict kind of where horror and teenage horror was going, and was able to use it in such a way to make it timely, but also it's timeless as well. And we're still doing these things in horror films today, and I think that's pretty funny. And I just adore this movie. And
I want to say it actually ages really well. Like watching it when I was a kid, I certainly enjoyed it, but watching it since we've been working on it for like 3 years, it's fucking great. I mean, it not just holds up, but I legitimately think it's better than I remember, which is nice for a change.
Yeah, it's very funny, and I still, even if I've seen it so many times, you just can't help but giggle at the chicken broken thing, and he wraps it up in tape. Or, I mean, my favorite is the psychiatrist sequence when he's just fucking putting the whole office in disarray. And the way he slams his back up against the wall when he pushes his chair out, I think he looks like he actually hurt himself. And that's pretty funny too. But anyways, yeah, I love this movie. So
I was going to say that in terms of, said a few things about timing today, but I actually think that this announcement being like 2 weeks after The Naked Gun just came out, and seeing how many people are going to see that, like, I just think people are feeling pretty silly right now. And I think that, I just hope that people know that, like, this is one of the best examples of that type of airplane, naked gun sort of movie. And I think too, the reason why it's gotten better and better is that when it came out, there just were so many fewer horror sequels, and it kind of predicts something that happened and just got more and more ridiculous as time went on. So, like, I feel like the jokes, I think maybe we talked about it in one of the interviews too, where like the jokes feel like they should have been more at the end of the decade after all the like slasher sequels, but it came out in 1981, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. And the only other thing I wanted to add too is this is the 13 Weeks of Halloween non-union edition, because Ken Sagos also had to film Death by Dialogue in secret, if you watch those special features, because he with Tom DeWeer, they were just buds, and they made a pact that said whoever makes it first is going to help the other one. And so Tom DeWeer called in his favor, but Ken Sagos had like just gotten into SAG, so he had to do it in secret. But apparently SAG can't, if they catch you making a movie, you're in big trouble. But if your movie comes out,
well, they can't verify when you shot it. That's
exactly.
Yeah, they can't verify when you shot it.
But.
So and then also we did a Laserdisc rip on this release too. So the original Laserdisc is just on there just for shits and giggles. I mean, we use things like that. We look at old DVDs and Blu-rays and in any format to kind of get an idea of what the history of the film looked like. One, also to see if there's another cut. Oh, and then I forgot to mention, I'm pretty sure that this is in its original aspect ratio. It's not a lot, but there is a little bit that's cut off from previous releases. And I think we're in the correct aspect ratio. So there's a little bit of more picture on this release, it looks like, too. It's not massive. It's just
how many jokes do you think that's going to add?
Zero.
Okay, thank you.
We should probably talk about the deluxe edition has been limited to 4,000 copies. This one comes with the booklet, the 4K disc, Blu-ray disc, and CD. You've got a postcard in here, an 11x17 poster. The collector's edition, which is the mid bundle, this one is limited to 250. It's got everything I just said, plus a bumper sticker, the button set, and then the t-shirt. And then the mega bundle, this one is limited to only 100. And you've got freaking everything a part of this bundle. This thing is massive. I mean, the horse head bookends alone would have made this great, but tote, you got the vinyl, the enamel pin, you got all the stuff. Incredible bundling on this one.
And
yeah,
then,
and then also, oh yeah,
well, I was just going to say for the VHS, we're bringing back. So this is my original copy of this title from when I was a wee lad. Now I'm an old lad. But in case you didn't pick up our Rumpelstiltskin or Monster Squad, we're bringing back their very specific style where they have this little pop out and then the movie actually comes out from the side like this. So that's what we're sort of recreating with this side. This is only the second on Blu-ray, the second Paramount title that we've announced, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, Big Top Pee Wee.
No, I'm saying that we've
that's available to purchase.
Thank you, Ryan Barrow.
So yes, you were
so
revealing the VHS, and we have not really spent time on that. So here is the picture of that one. Another one of the Paramount Scares titles, which is really rad that Paramount lets us put that out through TerraVision with their branding like that.
Yeah, they're amazing. So easy to work with. So awesome. I'll be out in LA seeing them next week, which will be great.
Again, wanted to highlight the Ghoulish Gary art on this, which looks pretty incredible. This is the outer slipcase and then the slip cover. Brad, you want me to roll the video, or do you want to roll out with that at the very end?
There shouldn't be any video.
Okay, never mind. I'll hold that for later.
That is something later we're doing.
Ooh, I don't even know what you're talking about, and I own the company.
You definitely know. It's just we discussed it later that we weren't going to do it. Just
that. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. The last big question. We have not said when any of this stuff is shipping, other than Cheerleader Camp is in hand. So Death by Dialogue, when is that shipping?
Should be sometime in September for sure.
Website says late September or early October.
Yeah, just in case, because we obviously
always
keep
have issues
running into delays. So yeah, and then I think Student Body says October because UHD obviously takes a little bit longer. But those should be in hand, hopefully end of September. And then Student Bodies, I can't imagine being in hand by September. It's going to probably be October. We're going to try to make most of this stuff by Halloween, aside from the stuff that we announce at the end of September.
It's very simple to say this, though. I think that anything that has a rigid box whatsoever is minimally 5-6 weeks out, just because of the rigid box. That's just how long it takes. So anything you see us announce with that box is going to be 5-6 weeks. Simultaneous to us making that box, we're obviously working on the UHD and everything else. But when it's just a slipcover release, like the other title, that can happen much quicker, obviously.
All right. Anything else on Student Bodies there, Brad?
I hope people enjoy it. And people that aren't familiar with what we're doing, there's an introductory price on this stuff right now. So Death by Dialogue is $27.99 after next week. So next week, for the second week of 13 weeks, that introductory price will go away, as it's $24.99 right now. It'll bump up to $27.99, and then Student Bodies is regular $45. Introductory price is $42. That price will go away in 1 week. So if you want to get them right now, you can save a few bucks or save more, because the last bit that we'll put in here is that the club, sign up for the club. You can get that Student Bodies Deluxe set, 3-disc set, UHD, Blu-ray, CD, rigid box for as low as $20. And that, those tiers, again, for the people that just joined, those tiers will go away at the tomorrow. But if you sign up now, they'll be available to you. And then if you don't let your subscription lapse, those prices and those tiers will be available at that time moving forward until things change internally and we just can't
Function.
keep up with those prices. I mean, we really try. Like I said, we try to take care of our subscribers the best we can. So there's a big incentive on signing up. Good prices, good quality, low prices.
For anybody that came in late, just so you're aware, in the beginning we did give updates on Suddenly in the Dark shipping, on Children of Violent Rome, The Devil's Sword. We talked about Immaculate, the vinyl. We talked about how Sledgehammer, Invader, and Arbor Day were coming along and how we should be getting those in hand here in the next couple of weeks. Gave a long update on Gatorbait and how the world's weirdest coincidence has happened to occur on this film. And we talked about Death by Dialogue, and then Cheerleader Camp, vinyl, cassette, and finally Student Bodies 4K. Big deal. Anything else before we go to a short Q&A, gentlemen, or Chloe?
Gentle Chloe. Q&A it is.
All right, short Q&A before we call it a day. And a reminder, we will be putting out more announcements next Friday. This is a real 13-week thing. Next Friday, there will be more reveals.
There will be 13 weeks. Just to confirm, Ryan wanted to do 13 weeks of announcements in a row, which made us work even harder than we do to get it prepared and ready.
I think when I talked to you yesterday, you said, I hate my life.
Wait, was that the Blu-ray Goblin?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
that was
Blu-ray.
Brad.
I was about to say that was.
That's what you're the record goblin. Is he the Blu-ray Goblin?
Yeah. That's why we're a good duo.
So all over the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Question from Jack, who is all over the Discord. Will there be Greyface films announced during the next 13 weeks?
There's one, and it is, horror adjacent. You could say if you like stuff like the style, not the like weird gore and stuff like that of Cronenberg. If you're a fan of like Cronenberg, I think you'll like the Greyface title.
Any plans to release TV specials? Not exactly TV movies, but TV specials.
TV special? I don't know. No, I can't imagine us ever doing a TV special. Like what?
I'm sure
like Laughing or something? I don't know.
TV movie I would do, but TV special probably.
Yeah, TV movies. Yeah, absolutely.
We are absolutely going to get this question 514 times now. But since you revealed Cheerleader Camp on vinyl and cassette, does that mean a Cheerleader Camp Blu-ray is on the way as well?
No.
Only if we sell everything out of the store tonight, we'll put out Cheerleader Camp.
He's lying to you.
Every item needs to be gone, and we can put out Cheerleader Camp. If you give us enough money, I'll be able to afford it.
Literally every item ever.
Yeah. You support me, you get Cheerleader Camp on UHD. Right now, you get the vinyl. If you don't buy that, then you don't want it.
We got a question about anything Spanish or Italian announced in the next 13 weeks. Why don't we make it slightly more broad and say any foreign films in the next?
I don't know. I gotta look, even though I don't know it anymore. Yeah, we have one. One?
The answer's yes, and the answer's one.
Yeah. It's not Spanish or Italian. It doesn't really help. But yeah, no, it's there's a lot of American like 80s, 90s horror. And there's a couple oddballs thrown in there too, but we have, I think, a few slasher films, a couple upgrades from previous films. I'm just very excited about this whole lineup. So,
one thing that Brad and I share a lot in common is sharing a love for contemporary films that don't get some good releases. So, Andreas wants to know any contemporary movies in these 13 weeks. Something from the last 5 years.
One.
And then one.
Yeah, it's It's the foreign gray face film. So we're not really narrowing down any other clues until you guys are asking questions about the gray face film. I think other than that, we have something from 2015, and then I think there's a double feature we're trying to do, and those are like 2010 or something. And then everything else is, I think, 95 and back. Yeah. And I think the earliest film that we have is probably Student Bodies. So 81 to most of the films that in there are 13 weeks are from 81 to 95.
All right. Yeah, this is a common question. Seth just says, I just purchased a gray face sub on Wednesday. Is it possible to make Student Bodies one of my spots?
Sure.
Yes. Yep.
We let you do anything you want.
Yeah, I mean, just email us and ask, and we'll just say yes or no. But yeah, they do cross over. You can use your subs. You can use your TerraVision spots for gray face titles. You can use your gray face spots for TerraVision titles. That's fine. We don't care. You won't get them automatically. You have to request them if you want to cross over. But yeah, or you just sign up for both, like some people do, so they don't miss anything, and you don't have to use the spots and keep up and worry about it. But yeah, we don't really have too many restrictions like that.
All right. It's for the most part, we've covered most everything else. Anything else, Ryan, Brad, Chloe, John?
I don't know.
All right. How about we play the Death by Dialogue trailer again for those that missed it? And on that note, we will see you all next Friday. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
How can a script kill someone?
There are scenes appearing where blank pages were before.
It's a pretty wild story.
Some silly shit.
The shit is starting to glow.
Think about it, man. I mean, you're sitting there with no head. You can't see shit. There's blood all over the place. Think about it. What the fuck is going on?
Sick.
What the hell are we doing here? I'm getting the fuck out of here. See that shit? I mean, he was fucked up. God, you son of a bitch!
There's just no way I want to die.
You ready?
The question is, are you?
What I like about these movies is so